I was really excited to be like, let's go look at the skins, but it doesn't work. That's kind of upsetting. Oh well. Unluckos. All right. Pistol round. Nocturnal starting things off on the CT side. NuTorious on the T side. Let us get into it. Also, chat, if you see on your chat box, you do still have a prediction running that will run until the end of the pistol round, at which point I will close it. So, looks like NuTorious are starting things off with a slow hit towards mid. JR24 going to be the first one on up, just to take a peek into cave, but really the majority of this hit coming out towards mid, and Violet going to be the one to try and handle it. The first kill is good, Sand taken down, but the rest of the squad going to be filtering in toward the A bomb site quite quickly. Bomb with them, and with the smoke onto elbow, that should be a pretty clean plant for NuTorious. So either way, they are going to be able to buy up going into the next round, but well, maybe who even needs to worry about the force? Toasty just obliterating everybody. And the last player standing is Gadfly, handled by Nova. And NuTorious, thank you for the raid. Thank you for bringing the squad by. All right, you said you want the team name to have a capital T. You're making things difficult for me. Why you gotta make things difficult for me? Good thing we got a little pause. I can get that figured out. There we go. I don't know why we've got this pause, but I'm quickly figuring things out. Getting myself set up here. What are these dings? Can chat hear these? People are sending dings. Can you hear the dings? Thank you for the combo. I don't know what these combos are, but I appreciate them. Oh gosh. Should I give what are these combos? People are just throwing bits at me. I appreciate the bits, chat. I appreciate the raid. Thank you for bringing everybody by. Oh, I see. We've lost whoever Rake is. So Rake I thought was the coach, but I guess I think Rake is the coach. Yeah, so it looks like FlyQuest, or it looks like Nocturnal are missing Mads. So the coach is standing in. Mads, I would imagine, is playing with Wicked or somebody and Fragadelphia. I kind of figured this game was going to go a little bit scuffed due to Fragadelphia. What are these combos? Can you hear this? I think that's making... What in the world? Yeah, that's definitely making noise. Okay, well... How do I turn those sounds off? That's better. Well, thank you for... Wait, Lux, did you just give 100 bits? What in the heck? It was very fun. All right, fine. You want I will give you some sounds for your combos. I suppose you can continue to combo on me. Wow, look at the combos go. Uh, oh, we have Mads on the server. All right, so how do I make Rake go away? All right, I made Rake go away. Hey, thank you for the 50 cents. Thank you for the 15 cents and the 50 cents and the 100 cents. You guys are having a lot of fun clicking the give throw pennies at streamer button. What is so that beeping sound? That beeping sound is chat is using something that Twitch introduced called combos, where you can throw bits at the streamer and then everything gets messed up. And so everybody's like, here, have bits. And bits, every bit represents a penny. All right, we're waiting for the teams. We're taking a little bit. So, like, just here, hold on. I'll show you what it looks like on my stream. This is my activity feed. Look at all this. Look, level 2 achieved times 12, 100 bits, 5 bits, 5 bits. I don't know what any of this means. None of this makes sense. There's a bunch of numbers on my screen, but I guess I got a few cents. I don't know, and the game's paused. So, yeah, I think I got like a whole $5, but it looks like we're getting back into it. So I guess we're just gonna listen to the bloops as this game continues. Okay, well, chat has decided to flood me with pennies, so that's fun. But second round for NuTorious to see if they can convert off of fairly dominant pistol round. Honestly, only losing 2 players to the CT side is going to mean some big things for the NuTorious boys. Well, this is fun for JR. He's found himself onto the A-bomb site, and they're like, there's nobody here. Well, you know why there's no one there? It's because everybody is right here. Everybody just hanging out all together, waiting for the push. And this is kind of flummoxed NuTorious. I like how they're just like, okay, do we fall back? They're got Toasty hanging out, waiting. But it's going to be JR to collect on these ecos. He gets the 1, but 5 USP is going to be enough to at least solidify that 1 kill. The rest of this, though, is going to go pretty solidly in the way of NuTorious. If you've watched any Nocturnal, you do see them pretty often go for these 5-player stacks and just work off of those. And especially on the CT side, it can be really good to pick up the money that you're going to get. That extra $50 is something pretty darn cool. But they're pretty locked out of the A-bomb site right now, so I don't think there's going to be much to speak of. Just Messiah tapping away, ripping through 2. Chat's still going crazy with the bits, so this VOD is going to be ruined at the start, but that's okay. I appreciate chat for going crazy with the bits. That's... All right. Well, with that said, so here is really a big reason why... Wait, how are you? Oh, you're up on the box. This is a big reason why you'll see the second round save on the CT side is now Violet has picked up the glass op, which is a risky move. Could be worthwhile, though. Nocturnal have left the mid position completely open, and NuTorious have kind of taken note of that. They're still trying to force their way in through the temple. Ooh, Messiah might just do it. Doubles up in vengeance for that 1 kill. That should be something that NuTorious are going to be quite pleased with. They'll have this B bomb site nearly opened up. It's just going to be Lunari trying to hold the line, but there's just too many players, and Say-En will collect that one. So Tori all alone. Violet off another zip code. Ooh, the flash will stop her from reaggressing long. I think that might be the save called up. She does get 1, but instantly tagged back means this AWP has to save. It is just too risky to be out there on your own with no armor. Yeah, we do try to be a little bit nice in chat. We're not like yeah.
Terrorists win.
All right, well, that is a solid start for the NuTorious guys. What? You just give me another $5 basically, Lux? Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you for everybody that threw bits in that combo. That was cool. I don't know what it was. All right, well, we do see the op going where the op often goes and hanging out in A main, but the rest of NuTorious is going to put pressure once again toward mid. The difficult thing on the CT side of a map like Ancient is so much of it can go down to just gambling toward the right site or not. And when you play that through mid as well, you take away a lot of the choices that the CT side has. They still have Tori getting aggressive on the extremities. Violet able to collect 1 on the op, but ooh, will that be all? It will. And a 2 versus 3 unfolds for Nocturnal on the defense, looking for these NuTorious players. Toasty ready for the fall back from Lunari down ramp. And that's once again going to leave this one up to a 1 versus 3. It is just Tori with no teammates left over. Nova just looking for something in mid, but this should be the 4th round. Locked in for NuTorious. Ooh, she does get caught as well, so this should be... Oh, she does collect. Good headshot onto Say-En. But no more. So not a great start for the CT side. Sometimes it's like that, though. They didn't have Mads in the opening round, so they did end up having some difficulties. But now should be the time. If you're going to turn it around, you're running out of opportunities to do so. Violet does have her off once again, but Say-En's got it on the T side, and they're just going to be charging out through main. Oh, Violet collects the first. Good trade from Messiah, but Mads will enter in as well. That bomb is loose on the A-bomb site. NuTorious have fully scaled out, though, so they should be able to recollect it. That smoke to cover off from Donut does leave them in an opportune time to get this bomb planted. 3 versus 4 as we await the next stage. Toasty goes for 1 for 1. Ooh, good heads up from Mads. Leave Say-En all alone. This time, Nocturnal have left enough players in the right spots to finally quash the aggression that NuTorious are able to put down. Mads goes huge with the 3K. That is going to be enough. Nocturnal, now they have a chance to heat up. It's not good just yet. There should be enough money left for the buy for NuTorious. They don't have that op, but they've had a pretty good time without the op at all. Last round was the first round that Sayan had it anyway, so I think NuTorious should feel more than happy to be just buying up the rifles. Messiah getting in early on, and you just can't vex this lad. He gets in for the first, but Mads responds with huge kills. And again, NuTorious find themselves at a man disadvantage, but this time it's way earlier than the last round. Charging in to the B-bomb site, they get completely lambasted. We know that NuTorious do have some shooters. To see that Messiah actually wasn't the one to collect on that kill is actually a little bit surprising. And now, well, now JR getting crunched on in mid. Got someone on red and someone on donut. And he's about to have even more troubles as Big Mads starting to head up through shelf over to Cat. I think it is just going to be a save. Maybe 40 seconds. We're going full noise here, JR. Up through double doors. Mads waiting for him on one side. And the op as well. Violet here to finalize. Nocturnal now. They're going to put some danger on NuTorious. We could see a forced buy back in. There is some money remaining, but could also just be a little pistol round. Well, this time we do have 3 Tech 9s, no Deagles in the hands of NuTorious, interestingly enough. So they're just going to try to get it done with the guns with lots of bullets. Bit of a target-rich environment. Mads collects 1 headshot onto Toasty. The rest of the squad going to try to head into Donut. This Molotov might stop them, but it is a CT molly, and they do charge right on through it. Right into the eyes of Violet. Good first kill. Tag onto the second, and it leaves it to Tori to finish the job. A triple as they all filter through Donut. And NuTorious now 1 round above. Alright, that is going to make things interesting. Once again, we're on NuTorious with a full rifle buy, no AWP. Classic smoke in mid to keep things, to slow the round down just a touch. Don't want to be letting people out into... It's a good thing to do to condition your T side, no matter what kind of game you're playing. Get that smoke down in mid and take early control. Because so much of the map can be gifted to the T side right from the word go that if you can rest it back in mid at the very least, that gives you so many options. But JR might catch a... Oh, might just catch a bullet. Gadfly. Wait it ready and waiting for him. 2 versus 5. All right, so this round been successfully flummoxed by Nocturnal. Violet able to erase Sayan, but Nova might just bring this one back. No, Gadfly avenges her teammates as Nocturnal even things out at a 4-2-4, and we get the timeout coming in from NuTorious. Time to talk things out. We've got 8 rounds into the game. Nearly done with this first half of your own map pick. So this is that time that you want to have. This is a good time to have that first discussion, that first time where it's just like, all right, so what's going on here? We've kind of stalled out here now that the weapons have come out. So what's on the table next? Once again, going to be upgraded pistols for the side of NuTorious, and I think we're going to see something we haven't seen just yet, and that's an A hit. Violet ready for this, though. AWP in hand, nails the first, deletes the second, but does get overwhelmed eventually. Tori, though, there to cover her teammate, and it's just Sayen alone, a Glock in the 1 versus 4, will be peppered down from multiple directions, but it's Mads to collect on the final player. Yeah, I don't know where the NuTorious logo is. I mean, I could very easily go and get it from like Liquipedia or HLTV, but ESL are very strict in what resources we're allowed to use, so I don't want to make them angry, and so we use specifically ECL resources and only ECL resources. See below the map, you got that little advertising, doodle that flips through the various advertisers that are approved by ESEA. So, well, once again, we got the mid smoke thrown down. Tori keeping an eye on it, but in the meantime, the rest of Nocturnal trying to take control, not only take control of Cat, but force NuTorious into this little cubby. 3 players just stuck alone, but Sayen boosted up and putting down that first op shot. That might be the first op kill we've seen him get this game. Might be enough to open up this round as well. Lunari lit down very low, going for the spray. Oh, there's just too many players, though. The nade and the AK proved to be too much, and Tori, next one to fall. And NuTorious will secure the 5th and even things out once again. That is not going to stop Nocturnal's buy rounds, though. They do pick those right back up. Ooh. NuTorious disregarding the smoke, and that's not going to be expected by Nocturnal. Messiah claims the first. Good trade out of Mads, but that's your opera down. Sayen. Oh, he's been dropped as well. So once again, NuTorious, it looked like they were going to be just slaying their way through this, but Mads in mid just mashed them in the face, and we're down to the 4 versus 2. NuTorious on the back foot. Toasty and Nova, though, have had a pretty good start to this map. 2 rounds left in the half. They charge on in. They're trying to take control on toward that B bomb site. Nova with the first. Runs out of ammo. Has to be traded. Now Toasty on 44 HP in the 1 versus 2. He's got the bomb. But does he know? Does he know that Mads is on a timing? She's right next to him, but she's on 11 HP. If she peeks out, she's just roasted and toasted. And with 40 seconds remaining, Toasty just going to make his way on over toward A. Leaves Tori in the back in the stands as he heads over. And now a question emerges. Since you know this next round is the last round of the half, do you want to go for this? Tori making quite a bit of noise as she heads on over through Donut. Toasty might just be ready for this. Not a whole lot of HP left, but it doesn't matter when you hit the headshot. And NuTorious will take the lead right back, 6-5. Now the money, once again, called into question. This time it's Nocturnal, caught a little bit low on funds. Last of the half. This is it's an interesting time to take a timeout. It's as interesting a time to take a timeout as right after the pistol. I've seen teams take timeouts before the pistol even, where you just want to maybe throw off the other team's momentum before they even start. And I've seen it work too. Like, it's really weird where it's just like, oh yes, we must take a timeout before the pistol round. Like, what are you discussing? Just go. It's a pistol round. Just go. Now, speaking of just go, NuTorious will just go over toward B, or over toward A to start this one off. Heavy lean. Got the classic smoke toward A, but Messiah just going to be completely disregarding it. Spots the bullets in through mid. Molly's off Mads. Now the question is, do they catch Violet? Do they know? She sees the shadow angle, but it's too late. Nova ready for her and rocks that world. And the rest of the weapons for Nocturnal are not too much better. An M4 in the hands of Tori is the best that they have. Versus these AKs, we might just have a 7-5 on our hands. Lunari tries to go in, but there's a crossfire and donut, and that is going to be a deadly donut. Meanwhile, the rest of the squad getting picked apart by the rest of the NuTorious players. Just Gadfly on an MP9. It's not enough. Say N with the headshot cleans up the half, and we're going to 7-5 for the second half. All right, real quick. Does this work now? Nope, still doesn't work. Sadness. So Valve put in a thing where you can see people's inventories, but I guess it doesn't work if you're just spectating. Well, let's see if Nocturnal can turn this one around. As they say, it all comes down to the pistol. And I've seen some strong ones. No matter who the T side is, they can do some real damage. It's Nocturnal doing a ton of damage as they head on over toward B. The smoke for short. Look at this, 3 players pushing on into the T spawn basically, but Toasty is just rocking them. Just Messiah left over, but no, this round going to Gadfly and Tori, putting the rest of Nocturnal on their back and securing that pistol round. Well, that is exactly the start that we saw on the other side of the map from NuTorious, where they secured the A-bomb site. Weapons picked up. Looks like NuTorious going for the safe bet with just the upgraded pistols and piece. Actually, this is an interesting bet. They're investing pretty heavily into this round for where they're at in the game, and Gadfly just jumping around corners, strike like a bee, float like a butterfly, float like a Gadfly. JR trying to trade this one back, but the Deagle, oh, finally hits. That is going to be something for NuTorious to be pleased about, as they don't have too much to be happy about this round. It has been a pretty rough one. But so the interesting thing from my end is that okay, that's going to be another $50 a team, $50 a player. The MAC-10 will go well in the second round. It's a nice little piece. But Nocturnal for NuTorious, picking up that $50 a player, no matter what you get, is going to be good. But with the high investment in the last round, rather than getting rifles now for this third round of the half, they're going to be stuck on half-buy weapons. Not it could go well for them. They MP9s and 5.7s are still solid choices. Ooh, and if they do Oh, we're going to have a nice clash in temples. These MAC 10s can go huge. Say N with 2. And that's going to be terrible for Nocturnal. But Say N's not done. Not by a long shot. Grabs the third. He's winning this round all on his own. Molly to send him scampering away, but now 2 versus 4 for the Nocturnal side. The NuTorious have moved up too. They've taken the space, not only taken the lives, but taken the space. They're space invaders. And it's going to leave this map getting smaller and smaller for Nocturnal. Gadfly on a bit of a timing. Might catch a headshot there, but tips away just in time. So safe to say Nocturnal not expecting to get pushed on T's side. And it's rough because Ancient is a map where that CT side can gain so much momentum with these extra kill bonuses. The only question is Messiah ready for Gadfly on the other side. Oh, it's going to be Gadfly with the timing. And so there's suddenly a 2 versus 3 with a bomb down. Oh, with a bomb down. It's a very rough one. 2 players in through Donut. Lunari spotting for this. Gadfly on the other side. 1 for 1, but it's not going to be enough. Nova just jumping around. Rockets away. And the MP9 wins the day. NuTorious secure that lead once again. But yeah, if you didn't see that, there were 4 players that were just, we're going to take a gamble. We've got MP9s. This is our gamble. They win the round. They lose the round. But either way, it happens fast. Now we're going to get to see these teams a little bit more evened out on weapons. Violet going to be stuck on the Tech 9, but still solid pistol, solid investment. Oh, the nade damage onto Nova to open up this round. That is something else. Oh dear, JR going huge. Once again, out through caves and just spots everybody. And what's worse, the bomb is off in another dimension for Nocturnal. So this round is going to be won on kills alone. Lunari, though, looking to make that happen. Grabs herself a 3-piece. At nade, though, down to 11 HP, off of Say N. Who's going to be the one that's ready for this? It's Lunari with the headshot. And suddenly a 1 versus 1 emerging. Flash over, but Toasty should be ready. 100 HP versus 11. That is huge, though. She's taken away so much money from NuTorious. She's going to have a tough time getting the bomb back. And I feel like the NuTorious should have called out the damage numbers. Nade doesn't quite connect. M4, though, he's looking for her, and she's going to be found. Well, it was a good effort, but ultimately, NuTorious now up by 2. That was a heck of a 4K. That does leave now Nocturnal down to the Glocks. And not a singular upgraded pistol on the T side. So this round likely just going to be a few question marks. Although, looking at the setup from NuTorious, there could be something iffy going on. We could see something crazy. Either JR is going to go full farm here. It does have Messiah close by. So either these rifles just shred Nocturnal, or we're going to get a Glock kill, and suddenly the round gets weird. waiting for it to happen. The flash on in. No one from Nocturnal showing themselves. Smoke on over. Well, if JR gets interested, this could be painful. Flash on over, and the M4s will do the work. The crossfire, huge. Just leaving it up to Gadfly now, but bomb has been lost out of her reach. JR pulling out the pistol to finish the job. It's NuTorious with a 3-round lead on double digits. Now this is going to be the last chance for Nocturnal to make something of this game. You got to feel like 10 rounds to the CT side is kind of where this one could be broken open. Oh, although the B bomb site under siege, Toasty going to be smoked off as well. That should be the B bomb site opened up. JR melts in the fires. And no one from Noctorious is that close. Messiah's the only one that could conceivably rotate in favorably. He's got himself a foothold in Temple. And Nocturnal have kind of set themselves up in the back of sight to try and go for this 2 versus 3. Just try to win the trades. NuTorious start to stampede on in. Here they come. Adds with the first. Can she keep going? Yes, she can. She gets herself 2. Good trades out of NuTorious, though, leave it to the 2 versus 1. 1 versus 1. Sayan, AK in hand, but Gadfly will clothesline, and Nocturnal secure the 8th round. They might have just bought themselves another lease on life on this game. Op secured for Violet, but there's still plenty of money left on the NuTorious side. This is going to be it, though. This is going to be where this game becomes either a W for not NuTorious, or it gets thrown back into the open. Nocturnal have basically no funds left, and they've decided to get aggressive on the extremities. 3 players in A main at just the right time. This could be huge. Violet's off. Oh, whiffs in a crucial hour. Messiah with 2. Sayan and Nova will crush the remainder of Nocturnal. And, well, that's going to be a little bit awkward. That is definitely something that you wonder, why did we call that? And why did they know? 1 versus 3, though. 10 HP versus 11, 12, and 100. I mean, it's not unwinnable, but definitely a difficult situation. But again, you have to wonder, how did they call that? How did they know to get aggressive toward A on that round when everybody from the Nocturnal side was headed that way? It just gets completely turned on its head, and NuTorious, they're really putting the heat on in these final rounds. Well, if it's going to be a win for Nocturnal, it's going to be a win in OT more than likely. No upgraded pistols once again, a couple of flashes. But hey, if A site didn't work with rifles, what if we do it again? So it is going to be up to Nova to stamp out this push. Does have Messiah ready, looking in through elbow. First headshot is good, but these Glocks just overwhelm. There's not any utility to put down, so these choke points are not blocked off. But getting that bomb down could be a point of contention here for Nocturnal. 1 versus 3 now for Violet, but with no armor, she is going to be picked off. NuTorious, 1 round off from winning their own map pick. And we get another pause. Of course we get another pause. Why wouldn't we get more pauses? Well, I do want to say thank you. Okay. All right. I didn't get a chance to thank everybody that threw bits at me. All I can see is the top bits. I see not Luxion and then 2 that is not showing who threw bits. So let's see. So there's Lux threw bits. Asmodeus official threw bits. So thank you to both of you. Asmodeus with more, not Luxion with more. I can't actually see the loadout, so this is what happens when I try to open up the loadout. It's just full defaults for everybody. So I think because I'm counted as, however the servers however the servers have been configured, I can't see the players' skins. So I will show you a couple of recent acquisitions. I'll show you a couple of recent acquisitions after the game ends. But yes, people definitely made it hail with bits. I don't know why we're getting these pauses, but I figure I jump in and say hello either way. Thank you for everybody again for stopping by. We've gotten a lot of followers coming in this stream. So, I mean, keep it coming. And if you are enjoying the Counter-Strike and you want to stop by for future streams, following is the best way to be notified while you're on Twitch. If you're not on Twitch and you want to be notified about the streams, the other best place to be is Discord. So I keep my Discord very closely updated. There's a role that you can take. So most Discords will at everyone whenever the streamer goes live. I have it so that you only get a notification if you decide to take the role, which I think is pretty cool. But I think that I keep my Discord pretty well up to date, so I think it's worth a look if you are interested in my casting and interested in updates. We also have a lot of people that are very into the high level of CS and keep everybody updated on what's going on. Wait, are they really done already? Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. That kind of doesn't surprise me. Okay, so Mythic won their game because anything else is not a real team. Looks like what have we got here? We got Fnatic have won map number 2 versus 9 for Philadelphia. Other games that are going on, Take Flight versus Wannagoons is pretty close. TSG have beaten Full Send in map number 1. Zomblers have beaten Green Tea Party in map number 1. And it looks like Regain. Oh, that's not Challenger. That is CCT. Okay. Well, it does look like this game is going to get back underway, so I'm going to hide my face again. Never mind, it got paused again. All right. Well, people gave me a whole bunch of money randomly. Caster on pause. Yeah, I'm very paused. Yes. I know. Where's the... Can I... Can't look at your own inventory in-game anymore? Caster make start game. Action! Go. Yeah, I can't. It won't let me. But like, normally above the resume game and exit to main menu, there's more buttons. Where are the buttons? The buttons aren't here. Where are the buttons? All right. It does look like the game has become unpaused. So we're getting into this one. Potentially the final round. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see what we've got. Big push out of Nut right through mid. They liked it on T's side. They like it on CT's side. It's going to be a brawl here in mid. Messiah the first one to fall, but oh, it's going the way of NuTorious. 3 kills for them. Good trades back. Lunari keeping Nocturnal in this. 2 versus 2. As we do take a little bit of a breather. Nocturnal electing to reposition the bomb. Both players looking for a berth onto the B-bomb site, and NuTorious aren't here. Sayan might be in position in time, but Toasty's off in another world. Toasty has assumed that this one going to be an A hit, and it might be coming back to bite NuTorious, but Nocturnal are unsure as well. Definitely a quiet round. This one likely to go all 2 minutes. We see NuTorious not taking any chances. We do have Toasty on a massive flank. They have figured out, okay, they're not on A. They must be going toward B. And it's all going to be down to timing. That infernal clock that binds us all. And that clock is going to lead to Toasty finding Lunari up from ramp and leave Violet alone. 1 versus 2. She's got to get this bomb down yesterday. Oh, Toasty just going to smoke up the bomb and levels her. NuTorious, the Cure the 13th, and will take their own map pick of Ancient against Nocturnal.